Hello ladies and men. Today we've got to talk because we had a mini market meltdown. But yeah, I didn't put together a huge production today, so don't expect too much, but I am still going to say some important things. I was doing orientation for a job I'm getting now, and I actually just had another call for an interview, so rest assured I will get my account up there to trading status again over the 25K, even though these guys, they're trying to, seems like life's trying to screw me every which way. But I'm getting messages now about Evlv. It feels kind of like TRKA and GNS, the situation, but we're going to see how that develops very soon, okay? So I believe that Powell's speech negatively affected the market sentiment. That was that was the main reason, you know. A lot of people telling me, oh, that's what Powell says has nothing to do with it, you know. No, it's true. What the Federal Reserve does is dictates these whole markets. You know, it's true, okay? Powell's speech negatively affected market sentiment, keeping rates higher for longer. So we know the federal funds rate is very high. It's causing all these rates, interest rates and loan rates to skyrocket. They're trying to kill the economy right now. Also, many economic indicators are not good right now. These rate hikes are starting to compound. They have a lag effect. So we're getting to the worst of it soon, okay? Over these next number of just a few months here, we're getting into the worst of it. And today might have been one of the first indicators that we're headed down. Home affordability is at record low rates. Existing home sales fell, lowest level in 19 months. So what the Fed's doing is working. They're killing the demand. Billionaires are selling and getting into cash now, or betting against tech. We saw the one guy I talked about, I don't know, but Buffett sold a lot and supposedly he's getting into cash right now. And then the other guy bet against tech, the guy, he's worth billions, okay? Credit card debt, you know, is close to record highs right now. 33 trillion in national debt, and we still have to service that debt and pay interest on that debt. And this is partly what's going to bring the U.S. down, okay? They're bringing the system down on purpose so they can prop it back up later, a little bit later, with fresh cash injections, okay? And this is when gold, the markets really are going to take off. So my prediction is we go down from here for the next number of 2 or 3 months, maybe slightly longer, I don't know. But then nobody fully knows the Fed's schedule and how these markets are going to react exactly, okay? But then I think we're going to take off. But yeah, might not be too good what comes. That's why I told all of you I have the majority of my account is in cash, and I do own some of this Evlv and the other one and a few other little things here and there. So the Dow 34,700, it was down 370 points. Today we're seeing a lower high in the Dow than in 2021. So we saw the Dow go way up high in 2021. Peaked, you know, made an all-time high, and now what we're seeing is we're coming back up close to that level, but we're missing it, and we're already starting to, it's looking like we're pointed downwards now. So that is a very bad sign that we made a lower high. Typically, market analysts and technicians all know that that's a bad sign, okay? I know a lot of people are probably still bullish on these markets, but, you know, I try to look at both scenarios, and the most likely one I think is you know, down. The tech rally really surprised a lot of, you know, fund managers and stuff. It surprised me too. So I mean, it is what it is. I wish I didn't miss anything, but there are experts that miss some of this stuff too, or they get in too late. You know, what you don't want to do is get into this tech right now after it's already had its run. You know, you don't really want to get in on top. If you miss it, you miss it. You know, you learn from your mistakes. So. Today we saw the volatility index spike, the UVIX, which is the 2 times leveraged volatility, leveraged against the volatility. So when there's higher volatility, this goes up. It spiked today pretty good. If this market really rolls over, that's going to go up a lot. So we have to monitor this very closely. It really sucks that I can't really get into my trading account right now, but I will have that back, and I will be able to trade the UVIX possibly. I think we have to possibly consider that if we're going to go lower here. Gold, 1921. Silver dropped to $23. It dropped down to $22.90 something today, but then it regained all the way back up to it's $23.43 right now. So silver had been on an uptrend because it dropped to $22.40, and then it's in this range. I have a feeling that this range that silver is in, I have a feeling it's more likely that it's going to break down and we're going to see lower silver prices. Okay, and then if that does happen, there's our opportunity to get in, because we know that these silver and gold prices will go higher, but not until they lower the rates. Okay, so our opportunity to buy is coming, and we can get in on options in these cheaper stocks and get them real cheap, because these cheaper stocks are most volatile. They move up the most anyways. But you do want to, I do believe in owning some higher quality too, just to you know, lower the volatility in your account, keep it more stable. You know, some people I know, you just want to buy all penny stocks. I was like that too. Palladium, oh, platinum is 923, so it was down under 9, now it's back over 9. Palladium is at 1,240. Palladium and platinum are kind of like a similar rarity. I think palladium might actually be a little more rare, I don't know. But they're both used for helping catalyst, helping to make chemical reactions happen. They're both used in catalytic converters, so I mean I like platinum and palladium. And platinum's like 30 times rarer than gold, so that's just insane. So I've got some platinum just because I like it, and I know it's going to moonshot, you know, in the next 2, 3, 4 years. Oil, or eventually for sure. Oil is at 89.60. So, you know, I'm looking, you know, today before my account got blocked, I shorted Petro Brazil from from 15.22 I think to 15.06. And I made some good money. Well, not a ton of money on that trade, but I made about $100 on that trade, which is really cool. You know, it's fun for me. I love this day trading thing. I just want to do it like, you know, every day. And that's what I'm trying to work towards, do YouTube and day trading. So I think we're going to have a lot of other opportunities to short overvalued assets. Like Nvidia would have been a good short for today, you know. That was down, I don't know, like 3% or something, I forget, I just looked too. So we can, if you do want to take advantage and short, yeah, there might be opportunities in oil. I already was talking about short the uranium, UUUU. That looks like it would have been a good short. Bitcoin is 26,535, so it's back down under 27. So it's like I said, I think we're going lower. And then when it goes lower, there's our opportunity. So I truly believe that the main buying opportunity is coming our way soon. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not going to be perfect. So EVLV, $4.94. This thing, it's really dropped. I'm getting like 1 million texts on EVLV, I think. Are they all for EVLV? I got... Oh my gosh. This is all stuff I'm going to bring to the channel probably very soon. So, concerning EVLV. It's a private company that went public with a lot of cash. Right now they have, I checked, I looked into their SEC filings and everything to just double check everything on the, and they have 156.8 million in cash. No debt. That's hard to find. Okay, well, pretty hard to find, especially with a lot of these companies that, you know, these penny stocks. There hasn't been any dilution. The revenue is growing really well, but here's one of the key metrics. Their cash burn rate is only $5 million a quarter. Now they have a lot of cash on hand too, so they're pretty well set up. Okay. Plus they're kind of set up to weather a storm too. But if their economy really takes a dive, yeah, this will pull down with it. So I mean, I think EVLV really is a $15 to $20 stock with the potential in the future to go even higher. But the business, obviously, they're in their growth phase, and yeah, it's going quite well. But I wanted to, yeah, so I really like the EVLV, and then the other one that I was talking about just with the Patreon members, that stock was actually up today. So like I was saying, is it putting in a bottom? I think so. So yeah, EVLV, I am liking it, okay? For real. I'm getting, yeah, a lot of vibes, kind of like from before with other stocks that went up, but I'm going to continue to report on this situation. This isn't something to just go all in on right now. I think it's something to watch, maybe take a small initial position. Yeah, I took too big of a position early on. Even though I saw the markets coming down, I got kind of overexcited about it. We all make mistakes, okay? I'm not perfect. Some of you guys told me, you know, you lose money in the markets. I have too, okay? But overall here, we got to try to be successful, learn from our losses, you know, take that knowledge with us, you know, into the future. So we don't lose as much and don't get affected, don't let our emotions get as affected. And we start to abide by certain principles, like my principle I just mentioned. Take a small initial position, especially if you really like the stock, but if it's moving down, maybe you want to take a smaller initial position. Wait for it to show a little bit more positivity or before you start to put more money in. You know, if a stock's not really rewarding you, I wouldn't, you know, necessarily keep putting a whole bunch of money in it. I would wait a little bit. Okay, we saw Bed Bath & Beyond. My buddy was telling me for sure, he's like, this is for sure going, my buddy from Wall Street, he said this is for sure, they're going to cancel out all the shares. They're going to have a new ticker, you know. What happened? You know, well, it went down to like 11 cents today, okay? It was just 25 cents. Now it's 11. Good thing he got me out, okay? Because I was like, oh, maybe I should hold this just for the small chance. But no, you don't really want to risk any of your money unnecessarily. Even if, you know, with GNS and TRKA, we knew it was a much larger chance. With Bed Bath & Beyond, it's like minuscule, you know? So, it is the way it is. But, pretty much all I had for today. There's a lot of stuff I have to bring you on EVLV, and my team's working on this one to see if it really is the next one that we believe in bringing to the public. Because I only want to bring things to you guys that I'm like 80-90% sure. From here on out, I'm only going to try to bring things to you that I think are 80-90% or even 100% sure. And because I gotta really work on my reputation on here, because I know some people didn't really sell GNS because I didn't give the sell date on my YouTube. I gave it on the Patreon. Like I said, it's going to be Monday and Tuesday to sell. And I've got to work on my reputation, not make any mistakes. I got to stop making even little mistakes. I got to do better. But man, I have a lot of stuff to work on to bring you. But everything today, guys, it was like a shit show. Oh yeah. Here, I'm going to read. I'm still getting messages. My team's getting hyped about EVLV, okay? I'm going to turn my volume off. I got like 20 messages. So let me read this. Implementation in California's Madera Unified School District, symbolic of Evlv's technology expanding West Coast footprint, innovative purchasing process. So they're expanding. Evlv Technology, the leader in AI-based weapons detection security screening, announced it's now used in 9 schools in California's Madera Unified School District. The district northwest of Fresno purchased Evlv's state-of-the-art Evlv Express screening solution through integration partner with ICU Technologies and leader in K-12 security. So these major schools are thinking that their technology is really going to protect the people in their school because it can scan you for a weapon. You don't have to empty out your pockets. It just goes, and it can tell what you have. If you have a little baggie of weed, it'll know what's on you, you know? And they got the patent on it too. So I'm going to investigate this, make sure that patent is secure and everything, and make sure it's all well before I tell you guys, you know? Because I don't want to push this thing 100% yet. Madera Unified School District began the 2023-2024 school year with the 17 total express systems across its high, middle, and continuation schools. It has systems in the main entrances of each school and plans to use express screen select sporting event attendees as well. It's going to use this technology at their sporting events. The district was pleased with the system's performance following a trial of the tech at the end of the last academic year. So the school apparently likes it, you know. We're proud of our status as leader of student safety in California. Yeah, this is all good stuff. That just came out today. But basically, guys, if you look at the Yahoo Finance, they're all good news. Basically, it's like they have a lot of really good stuff. Growing revenue, everything. So this seems like a legitimate company that's just dropping. And it's one of those type situations, they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. So this stock is, you know, obviously I think it's a good company, but it's dumping just like everything else. And I think it's kind of, it might even be, this is more speculation, okay? But I think it was planned to dump this thing because we know that the executives sold, it's right on the SEC filings, guys, I looked into it. And not only that, but there was other people saying it, other people knew it as well. So it was planned to go down. The insiders knew it was going to drop, but how far is it going to go down? Okay? I'm just going to tell you right here. My estimates for Evlv are that the floor, as low as we go, and I know some of you don't care about my technical analysis. I know. My buddy, he doesn't care about my technical analysis at all. None of my people do that I talk with about stocks. Really. But I think the floor is $3.75. That is just an approximation, an estimate in my own head. So we're going to see what actually happens. It might not actually go that low. Because when it was way up too high, I could have sold it like $7, but I got overhyped. That's another mistake that I made. Okay? And then it came down, it fell below its trading range, and now since it did that, I think the floor is around $3.75. But let's say it does go that low. I think that'd be a pretty darn good buy. Because this is potentially a multi-billion-dollar company. But enough about Evlv. I'm not going to talk to you again about it. Probably till tomorrow or the next day until I can bring more of the facts to you. Like I said, I was doing other stuff today and I was reading SEC filings as well for Evlv to try to get a good grasp of this stock because, you know, it's potentially a big money maker. Okay? That's it. That's all I wanted to say for today. I appreciate all of you guys, especially the patron members, or Patreons, because I think we're still at 26. I have to go check and see where we're at. I know we didn't get any new ones today, so hopefully we didn't lose any. But if we do, we do. Because I know I'm going to get them all back when everything that I'm saying comes to fruition. It all starts to come true. Everyone will be coming back, yeah. I'm 100% sure of that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be wasting my time on here. Don't you think I have a lot more stuff I could be doing? Well, this is something I like to do, though. But I will catch you guys later.